Greetings, esoteric community, YouTube community, Mandela affected community, and all others under the sun and then some viewing this video. I wanted to talk about what I've noticed between people I know, between myself being Mandela affected and my father being Mandela affected. Uh, an observation I've noticed between what could be, I guess, seen as the difference of being Mandela affected and how severe you can take it personally and psychologically, varying on generation, varying on age. Um, the most Mandela affected family member, that is to say, something personal that's happened that seems like a Mandela effect, misplaced memories that my sister has had with us growing up and stuff, um, with my father and my mother too. And it's made it where there's virtually no relationship anymore between me and my sister, unfortunately, and my father and my sister particularly. And the really reason there's no relationship between my sister and I really is because of the wedge of my father and not having these same memories that she has from the past. Um, it feels like an attack, right? I'm sure many who are experiencing this Mandela effect truly have noticed that, maybe universally, that you're gonna have this sense of attack happening, as if because you're not affected, it means your personal life's gonna crumble, and there's gonna be certain tests put your way in forms of what makes you most vulnerable. And for us, it really feels like that. When it comes to the generational thing, I mean, it's obvious that if your daughter is not going to speak to you, that's going to take much more of a tear than me deciding to just distance myself from my sister naturally because she's distanced herself from me. That's an entirely different thing, right? Um, One that I myself can't conceive because I'm not a parent. I can only imagine. The closest experience I've ever had to being a parent is teaching children's theater growing up, which, it's very satisfactory. That sense that you are helping shape the future generation for better. Because theater, it's not like, oh, you let your kids go to theater because you want them to become actors and stuff. No, no, no. Every child should do theater or art or painting or drawing or some kind of art. That's one of the main problems in our education system is we don't make art much more of a importance. Education is nothing unless we're not curious and want to pursue it in a creative manner. Right. Hey, there's the blurriness right there. But I'm digressing, of course. It's fun to do. Give me 1 second. That second turned into a minute of me thinking I was recording when I wasn't. So apologize, because I don't know where I was in the prior to that. But I'm not starting over. My father's impact of the Mandela effect is taking an impact that is much more severe to him psychologically than I feel from my perspective for me. Not that it's not impacting me psychologically. That is to say, more isolated, can't express it to most people. And you have to be careful, like Bible, for instance. I've always heard stories from the Bible growing up. I haven't actually read it completely. I'm not a following Christian, but I definitely come from a strong Christian background. My great grandfather, bless his heart, was a Pentecostal preacher who traveled the world. So I'm aware enough of the Bible to know that things have changed in it. And I've seen with my own two eyes in a tangible Bible that's not this screen, a video on YouTube. Own Bible, not my own, but I bought it at the dollar store with curiosity. And there's an emoji con, smiley face, in the freaking Bible. I'm telling people this, for the people who really want to hear it. They say that's impossible. And I say, good, think I'm crazy. But before you do, look it up. Don't take this like, oh, this is a new version. They update. I know for a fact my, Bible from my family, from my grandmother, blah, 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 sentimental Bible I've had for years and years and years, it won't be that way. Good, look it up. Have you looked it up? No. Well, because I think it's that people sense, at least on an unconscious level, that you're so, or subconscious level, that you're so serious and you're real, you as in me, in this scenario of like, call my bluff. Call it. And they won't call it. Because what would that actually mean? Holy shit. See. And when it comes to age in general, right, we get more complacent naturally as we get older. And life experience tends to, weigh us down, or vice versa. It can help liberate us, and all things, right? So I guess it's only natural that because I'm have a lot less life experience, that I'm not going through as much of it psychologically, and there's much more of a difference between the Mandela effect putting a wedge between your sister and you compared to your daughter and you, for the scenario of my father. So there's that. But the frosting of the cake. My father heard about the Mandela effect in the summer of 2016 from my sister, his daughter. And now to her, it's like, it doesn't even, memory misplaced, it doesn't matter. She had genuine curiosity, and then all of a sudden she didn't. Creepy. But, and a shout out to my father. It's one of the main reasons I make these videos, is because I've heard many other Mandela affected testimonies. He took the first leap and made a few videos, and I was like, well, darn it, especially with this campfire tragedy in my community that I grew up in, being a hit in Latin international news, California's most deadly wildfire. That and my father making the leap to reach out in the YouTube community, I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. And here I am. And because I have my father also experiencing this, I have someone I can trust absolutely. I have a great relationship with my father. And with this, it gives me this sense of privilege being Mandela affected in the Mandela affected community, because the majority of people I've seen in videos, it seems like they're going through this completely alone. And because I feel privileged, I feel obligated to express my point of view and to give my perspective and, genuine support and comfort for anyone who stumbles upon these videos. If I guess it's irrelevant to say, but if you are not Mandela affected and you're just watching this to criticize, why? Move on. This doesn't resonate with you, no problem. What is your life? It's what it is to you. Must have patience. And patience and ginger ale. A product that I don't think is Mandela affected. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Have a wonderful time. Namaste.